what the word Nepal means, and it's never-ending peace and love.
Mm-hmm.
Never-ending peace and love. And I thought, he said that's what he experienced in Nepal, was
Yeah.
never-ending peace and love.
All participants have been given 60 seconds to leave
Yeah,
their breakout
got
rooms. And we welcome back everybody on the YouTube channel. If you're just joining us now after the breakout rooms, we're going to be going straight through from here, 7:48 p.m. all the way to 8:30. And there'll be no disadvantage being on YouTube at this point. But once again, we do invite you to join us via Zoom next week. And I'm saying next week, but this is an opportune time, Bob, to just advise everybody that, as we know, this is a 4-week on and 2-week off series. And we are in week 4 tonight, which means everybody gets 2 weeks off to enjoy the beautiful sun that is becoming more prevalent here in Vancouver, and I'm sure everywhere else that people are watching from tonight. So with that said, back over to Bob.
Well, I'm hoping that you're really focused in the breakout rooms, and I'm hoping that you really have that dream. And I'm going to ask you to do something right now with your paper and pencil. I'm going to ask you to give a letter, just as Joe said in this chapter. I'm going to ask for you to give a letter to that. So for instance, if you want to have, if you want your book to be a bestseller, then write B or S for the bestseller. Don't write BS. Write B or S for the bestseller. Write that down. Let that represent your vision. More than that, let it represent the experience of having that vision. The experience of having that vision. Because that's what's important. The vision is wonderful, but what we're looking for is the experience. I have known people that were very, very, very wealthy in terms of money, and they were miserable people. So the money didn't do a damn thing to bring joy to their lives. So they might as well have been poor. I've seen poor people who were very, very happy. What we want is the experience of being fully alive and fully conscious and fully capable of creating the realities we want. So it's the experience. So when you write down that letter, whatever it is, T, F, L, whatever it is, circle it with 2 squiggly lines, one around and another one on the outside of that, 2 squiggly lines representing the energy coming out of that vision. We're going to get back to that in a little bit. Just get that, keep that now, and keep that in mind. So back to the book for a minute. I'd like for you to take a look at this slide, and I'm going to talk about it. So do you remember that the doctor did the experiment with chicks? If you read this chapter, Dr. Rene Pioche, he did an experiment with chicks. He had little baby chicks, and without their mom around, they'd follow whatever is the nearest moving thing. So he got them away from their mom and put a robot in the chick yard, and they followed that robot around thinking it was their mother. And before he put the chicks and the robot together, he wired the robot and programmed the robot so that it would move in certain directions. And the top slide shows how that robot worked. It shows the path of that robot. And so he programmed it so it would do all of those things. And every time he turned the robot loose without chicks, it did the same exact thing. It replicated that same pattern you see at the top. And the chicks followed him. Then he put the chicks in a pen, as you see at the bottom slide, and he put the pen near the area where the robot was going to be. You saw what the robot did? The robot changed its performance and was only next to the chicks. The energy of the chicks, little baby chickens, the energy of their wanting, of their needing, of their creating, of them seeing that as their mother, changed the robot, If a chick can change a robot, what can you do? What can you do? Let's look at the next slide. So here you have clear intention. Chicks, clear intention with elevated emotions. You know what I'm talking about with elevated emotions? We've been through that a little bit tonight. Elevated emotions, love, caring, kindness, devotion, inspiration, awe, appreciation, laughter, being with someone who you love, being loved, feeling love, loving, all of those emotions that are positive, powerful emotions radiating out from you. Those emotions, along with a clear intention, create an electric and a magnetic, electromagnetic energy that goes out into the world. And so here's the intention. My intention is this was the intention of Joe Dispenza's son. He wanted to work anywhere in the world. He wanted to make the same amount of money he had been making or more. He wanted to have contracts for 6 months to a year. He didn't want to have long-term contracts. He didn't want to be saddled in the job forever because he wanted to be free to go do what he wanted. And when he's working, he wanted to be able to do what he loves to do. And he wanted to be his own boss and lead his own team. Hello, this guy just got out of college and he's a surf bum and he's been traveling around the world surfing. And now he says, this is what I'm going to do. I want a job where I can work for anywhere in the world. I want to make the same amount of money I made before at this incredible job I had. I want to have contracts for only 6 months to a year. I want to only do what I love to do. And I want to be my own boss, lead my own team. And Joe Dispenza said, okay, what you need to do is get an elevated emotion. You see over on the right side? The elevated emotion in this case, my friends, now listen, because this is the most important part of creating a miracle. I talked a minute ago about love and awe and wonder and all those wonderful things. But when you're creating a miracle and you already have your mind in these good places, then what you appreciate, the joy that you feel is from having already accomplished that intention, already accomplished that mission, already reached that goal. So you've reached that goal. So you want to have a book that's a bestseller? How do you feel after your book is a bestseller? Sit for a minute and say, God, I just found out that my book's a bestseller. How does that feel? What does it feel like? That's the emotion that will bring that to you, because out in the universe around us is unlimited possibility. Think of the universe that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about planets and stars. I'm talking about the great Welt, the enormous unified field that is God, that is Holy Spirit, that is Great Spirit, that is the great mind, the creative presence of all time and all space, in all dimensions, in all universes. That huge, huge, huge imagination that's out there has every single possibility that you could think of inherent in it. All you need to do is connect with that and it'll come to you. So now you have a clear vision. You can have a scattered vision. Kind of say, I want this. No, I really want, well, maybe, well, I have to. No, you have to have a clear vision. If you had a string of pearls around your neck and they weren't knotted, by which I mean there's not a knot between each pearl, and that broke and fell on the floor and there's pearls all over the place. And when it was on your neck, it graduated from a small pearl near your neck to a large pearl at the center. Now they're all over the floor. Now you got a needle and a thread and you're going to pick them up. You can't pick them all up. You can only pick up one of them at a time. That's the way a vision is. You have to figure out, what is the vision I want most right now? That's the smallest pearl. It leads up to the biggest pearl. Pick up that pearl. What is that pearl? I don't care whether it seems impossible. I don't care how outlandish it seems. I'm telling you, this is a miracle. We're working miracles here. So whatever that vision is, whatever you circled, that T or L or whatever that's your vision, whatever that vision is, you need to be focused on that and let the feelings of having accomplished that already. Jesus said, pray knowing your prayers are answered. Charles Fillmore, Myrtle Fillmore, founders of Unity, Ernest Holmes, founder of CSL, all of the great leaders, all the great Buddha, Lao Tzu, Rumi, all of the great spiritual leaders of all time, like Jesus talked about, you have to know it's coming before it can come. You can't wonder if it's coming. You can't hope it's coming. You can't wish it's coming. You can't pray that it will come. You have to know that it's coming. Jesus said, pray knowing your prayers are answered, and they will be answered. Ask and you shall receive. So when you look at that vision, then you have to already feel the energy of having experienced it. Feel the energy of having had it. Feel that energy. And that sends an electromagnetic vibration out into the universe and capsulizes those electrons, those neutrons, those atoms, those realities, and draws that to you. And that's the way reality is created. That's the way you create reality. We all know, because we've been in this class for a while, that everything travels in waves. All over the universe, there's waves. But when you focus on something, it becomes a particle. When you observe it, it becomes a particle. When you observe that which you want with the empathy and with the passion and with the emotion and with the clear intention put together so that it's electromagnetic motion, it will bring it to you. But if you don't have faith, then you're guessing. Then you're wondering, then you're wishing. That's why Dr. Joe, God bless you, Joe, made this a scientific process. It's not wishing. It's not gambling. It's not saying, boy, this would be really cool if this is. No, it's not what it is. He made it so that you can actually step toward that and get what you want. And Dr. Joe's intention, nor is my intention, nor is any other spiritual leader's intention, that you get your goal. I don't really care if you get your goal. You want a big, beautiful house with a swimming pool on the beach. I'm not concerned with whether or not you get that. What I want is for you to know who you are as the creator. I want you to get that so that you'll say, you know what? I just found out who I am. That's what I want. That's what I want you to have. So this love, this gratitude, this incredibleness that you are, I want you to have that. I want you to have that state of being. So intention and emotion, that of a miracle worker. You must feel as though your prayer is already answered. Now, we're going to do a meditation. And this meditation is in the book. You might have read it, but of course it doesn't do you a lot of good to read a meditation, because he's saying, now close your eyes. And it's hard to meditate and read while you've got your eyes closed. So I'm going to ask you to get in a comfortable position, really comfortable. Just sit comfortably and relax. Just sit comfortably and relax. Your feet flat on the floor. Breathing gently in through your nose. Relaxing as you breathe out through your mouth. Not pushing the air, just letting it flow. If there's ever been a time in your day, if there's ever been a time in your life when you completely, totally let go and relax, let it be now. Randy, down just a little bit, please. Perfect. Just relax and breathe. I'm going to read aloud what Dr. Joe wants us to do. I'm going to do it slow and easy. Let's you and I just follow Dr. Joe's directions. Start by resting your attention in different parts of your body, as well as in the space around those parts of your body. The space is blessed, remember? The space is the presence. So be aware of each part of your body. Then be aware of the space around that part of your body. This helps change your brain waves. And it moves you from an incoherent beta brain pattern to a coherent alpha and theta brain wave pattern. With me at this moment, will you please be aware of the infinite? Be aware of the vast space way out behind your eyes in this eternal black space. The space in the center of your head. The space between the back of your throat and the back of your head. And then beyond your head in space. Now move to becoming aware of the space in the center of your throat. The space behind your throat and around your neck. The space in the center of your chest. The space around your body. The space behind your navel. Space. Space. Divine, sacred space. The space around your hips. And in this endless black, sacred void, with each of these, take your time and feel it. Become aware of it. Stay present in it. Please remember that your body itself is made up of space. There is no matter there. It's all space. It's held together by mind. Your sacred mind. Space. Your head is full of space. Space is filled with energy and information. Energy is a frequency. Frequencies carry information. You are filled with the information and the space of the living being. of the great consciousness of the divine. Please become aware of the vastness of space in that room you're occupying. In space. And then extend your awareness into the vastness of space beyond the room in space. And finally, in the vastness of space that all space occupies in space. Now please take your attention off of your body, off of the environment, off of time, and become nobody. No one, no thing, nowhere, in no time. To become pure consciousness. To unfold as an awareness into this infinite black space, an endless field where all possibilities exist. If you get distracted, simply return to the present moment by saying, I am right here, right now. And keep unfolding into this immaterial space by continually reinvesting your attention into it. Your attention into only space. In this space, be conscious, please, of the potential that already exists in this quantum field. The field into which you want to tune by remembering your letter. Remembering your letter. Sense the energy of that future potential within you and all around you, and tune into your own future. As you do this, you will be moving into a new state of being. You are broadcasting a whole new electromagnetic signature into the field. When there's a vibrational match between your energy and that potential, the new event you want is going to find you. And you don't have to make anything happen. I want to be clear here. It might take more than a few minutes, a few meditations. for your future opportunity to unfold. It could happen in a moment, in a day, in a week, a month, or even longer. But the key is to keep doing it until it occurs and live all of that time in the joy of having it had already occurred. The experience of your dream having already come true. You're in a new state of being, broadcasting a new electromagnetic signature into the field. And remembering your future before it happens, remembering it before it happens. And beginning to mentally rehearse what that future will be like by living in that future. Make it as real as possible, calling up those elevated emotions you listed so that you can reach your body emotionally, and that future feels like. Now surrender your creation to a greater mind, to the sacred mind, to Great Spirit, to the great consciousness that always was and always will be, of which we are an incarnation. You have planted a seed in the infinite field of possibilities. Now just let it go. And finally, bless your body with a new mind. Bless your life. Bless your challenges. Bless your soul. Bless your past. And bless your future. Bless the divine in you. And open your heart and give thanks for a new life before it's made manifest. Please do not forget where you are right now. Please do not forget for a moment the miracle you are in the process of creating. And slowly now, bring your awareness back to the room. And when you're ready, open your eyes and move out of your meditation and feel as though your future has already happened. And let the synchronicities and new possibilities find you in trust, in faith, in space. We are, my friends, a family. The reason that we're all together is because what we've just done is combined our vibrations into one. We are now a family with one great vibration, one frequency, reaching into the unified field, reaching into the vastness of Great Spirit, and doing what Jesus and the other great spiritual leaders told us to do, to create miracles by knowing who we are and by knowing that there is nothing that does not exist if we exist for it. I have a little page that I'd like to read for you. I know you've already read this because you read the chapter. However, I think I'd like to go back over a little bit of this. Emotion and energy, in motion and elevated motion, carry a higher frequency than survival emotions. So if you want to create change, you have to do it from a level of energy that is greater than guilt, greater than pain, greater than fear, greater than anger, greater than shame, greater than unworthiness. In fact, any lower vibrational energy that you're feeling cannot carry the thought of your future dream. It will carry only a level of consciousness equal to the dreams that you have. So if you want to create freedom, you must feel free. If you want to feel yourself, if you want to truly heal yourself, then you must raise your energy level to wholeness. The more elevated the emotion you feel, the greater the energy you broadcast, and the more influence you will have on the material world of matter. And the greater your energy, the shorter amount of time it will take for your manifestation to appear in your life. We started off this evening talking about changing how you think rather than changing your thoughts, rather than changing your thinking. And now we've all experienced it. This is how we change how we think. See, there's a lot of pressure put on us to understand. From the time we were little kids, we were told, you just don't understand. Try to understand this. He doesn't understand this. She doesn't understand that. Understanding is so overrated. Understanding is the visible proof of a fact. We're not interested in understanding. We're interested in knowing. We're interested in knowing without having to understand. If I say to you that there's this great power in the universe that is the unified field, that is all presence of all minds, of all energies, all present, available for you. You can't understand that, nor can I, and it doesn't matter. We don't need to understand it, we need to know it. The proof of it is its existence as it continually works miracles. If instead of having 10 minutes left of this class, I had 3 weeks, 24 hours a day, I could read you day and night, without stopping all of the miracles that we know about that have happened. People with metastasized cancer throughout every part of their body, their liver, their brain, their spinal cord, throughout every part of their body. Then one day, they didn't have cancer at all anymore, anywhere. Someone who said, I want to win the lottery. And they made up a number and put it down, and they won the lottery. And they said, that must have been a fluke. So they made up another number and put it down, and they won the lottery again. I could go on and on and on and on. I could continually go on and on. I could tell you stories in my own life. But I tell you that if you wait for understanding, and if you try to explain to somebody what we did in this class tonight and what you learned, they won't understand. They might not understand, and they might even argue with you. That's all smoke screens. That's all smoke and mirrors. That's all some kind of new thought, blab. And if you listen to that, you'll get lost again. You must know, not think, not try to prove to somebody, not carry it as a fact, but know that you are the living incarnation of that unified field. You are the living incarnation of God. You are the living incarnation. You are a Christ. You are a Buddha. Jesus didn't come on this planet to teach people to be Christians. Buddha didn't come on this planet to teach people to be Buddhists. He came to teach people to be Buddhas. Jesus came to teach people how to be Christs. These things you see me doing, you will do these and more if you have but faith the size of a mustard seed. You are a miracle. You are the one that's come. Tonight, we made a big step forward. You have 2 weeks now. During those 2 weeks, don't let yourself fall back. Move forward. Do this meditation every day, at least once, if not several times every day. Repeat to yourself, I am right here, right now, and I'm being blessed and being loved. Right here, right now. I am a good and worthy person right here, right now. Keep that letter. Write it down somewhere, put it on your mirror, put squiggly lines around it. See that letter, and each time you look at that letter, know that you're sending that electromagnetic vibration out into the great field, and it is coming alive for you right now. I so love you. I so deeply love you. And I'll be hoping, praying, and thinking about you for these next 2 weeks. And I'll see you on Sunday morning.
What a class. Wow. We really did become supernatural tonight. That is our state of being. So thank you, Bob. And now's the time that we get to support, uplift, and empower our spiritual community through our freely given love offerings. I'd like you all now just to hold your offerings in your mind and heart, and let us say our offering blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
To make your donations now, simply click on the chat button at the bottom of your screen to access direct links to PayPal and Tidely. All credit cards are accepted. You can also donate by visiting unityofvancouver.org. Your donations help us to spread the message of love, kindness, and possibility, and help make the world a better place. Thank you.
And we also want to invite you this Sunday to please join us with Reverend Bob Trask and a wonderful topic this week. Yours is the hero's journey. Join us on Sunday, 11 o'clock. And now we get to go to gallery view. And Bob, do you want to ring us out here with a thought? Hello. There you go.
Yeah. My friends, I hope you're as enthused, as excited, and inspired as I am. And I couldn't be feeling this way if I didn't know that you are where you are, already awake and alive and feeling a new birth inside of you. Easter's coming. That's a time of rebirth. We've got a great Easter service, incidentally, that you don't want to miss, and tell your friends to come to. It's going to be something incredible. But for right now, for these next 2 weeks, and for tonight when you go to bed, bless good thoughts. And if you have any problem at all, just here's a little hint. If you have any problem at all, staying out of the darkness, staying out of negative thoughts, two things. One, the affirmation, all is good, all is God, all is love. All is good, all is God, all is love. Write it down, memorize it. That's the affirmation to bring you out of the darkness. And the other thing to do is think of all the ways that you can be grateful, all the things you can be grateful for, even if it's just your little finger. Imagine what life would be without it. Gratitude. I love you.
Oh. Thank you. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank
you.
Bye, Bob.
Thanks,
everybody.
Aloha.
Thank you.
Bye,
Aloha.
Take
Bye.
care.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Randy, will there be a Good Friday service?
Yes.
Yes, there will be a service on Good Friday at 11 a.m.
Oh, perfect.
Yay.
Muy buenas noches, mis amigos in Mexico.
Buenas noches.
Buenas
Muy buenas
noches.
noches.
Thanks, Bob. That was really powerful.
Thank you, Jim.
And we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Janet, what is it, April the 14th?
April 14th. Yes.
Yeah. So
Bring your friends with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring a friend.
Thank you.
make sure you read chapter 4 before April 14th.
Please.
April 14th, chapter 4.
And this Saturday is
So that's in 3
Passover,
weeks.
by the way.
It's
Pardon me?
3 weeks. Yeah, we missed 2 full
Yes,
Wednesdays.
Two
that's
full-
correct.
Start on the 3rd Wednesday after. Yeah.
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 Okay.
I love you. I wish we could all tuck in together.
Thank
We love you.
Bye.
Love you too, Bob.
Bye.
Good
Good
to
night.
see you, Ryan. Glad you're here. Noah, Judy,
Yeah,
and
thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Jane.
Bob and
So good to
Janet. And
Bless you,
Good to
Ryan.
see you
Hello,
again,
everyone.
Ryan. Yeah.
so good to see you.
Thanks, Randy. Keeping us on
You're
track.
welcome.
Randy.
You're welcome, Jean. Good to see you.
Thanks, Randy and Bob.
You're
And
welcome.
Janet, thank you too.
And
Not at
Janet.
all. Not at all. It's our pleasure.
Thank you,
Jean, go
Tina.
to sleep knowing I love you, my darling.
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
Sending
Bye,
prayers,
everybody.
Jean. Sending prayers.
Thank you.
Bye.
Glad you're
Bye.
here. Bless
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Night, James.
Thank you very much. See you.
Blessings.
See you, Ryan.
Bye.
Blessings, Judy. Blessings. There we go.
I guess that pretty much winds us up, eh?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna turn YouTube off. Thank you for joining us on Zoom. If you have hung in there for the goodbyes, we thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you on April the 14th, if not sooner, at our upcoming Sunday service. You Are the Hero's Journey, based on Joseph Campbell's really legendary work, and Bob will take us into a deeper exploration of what that all means. So